Guys, the evil abbey is gone. We need to escape from here as soon as possible.
Honestly, we have tried so hard already. Why don't we just take a break?
Yeah, we have achieved so far. What's so bad about death anyway? In these last 10 minutes of our lives, let's just accept our failure and talk about why death isn't that bad.
What? No! Are you crazy?
Listen to me first. Death is just a natural process, which we define to be when one's brain stops functioning irreversibly, thus terminating the existence of one life. And what's so bad about non-existence?
How come? Our country needs us. If we stop existing, evil abbey is going to steal the recipe for the immortality potion and nuke this laboratory. And everyone's existence will be terminated. It's going to be a tragedy for everyone.
Wait, I agree with Ryan actually. Non-existent isn't that bad. Think about it. Before our birth, we do not feel bad about our non-existence. We don't have consciousness, awareness, or sense of self. Nor do we experience any emotions or thoughts. We do not feel pain and pleasure, nor do we mind over the fact that we were not yet alive. If death is the end of consciousness, the cessation of all experiences and awareness, then actually it's just the same as the state of non-existence before our birth. Death, the cause of non-existence, isn't that bad after all.
Calm down first, Under. And that's right, Daniel. What's the point of chasing after the immortality potion? While it may sound tempting, immortality yields a lot of problems, with only limited resources and space on Earth. How are we going to share them among the population that only increases indefinitely day after day? Even if you're the only one taking the potion, there are still drawbacks for you. When we have infinite time to chase our goals, the passion of completing tasks declines. This lack of passion will cause a lack of meaning and purpose in life, and also hinders the natural progression and evolution of society. If immortality isn't always good, how come death is always bad?
Forget about the immortality potion. But what's different between the non-existence after death and the non-existence before birth is that death takes away life from us. There are so many good things we can explore in our lives that we can no longer explore after our death. The beauty of the sunset, the good smell of flowers, the sweet taste of chocolate. More importantly, the good times we spend with the people we care about. Death deprives all these good things. Ryan, I remember the days we promised our military leader to save this country from whatever threat it faced. Daniel, I remember the good days when we were promoted to await the formulation of the immortality potion so that we could serve justice for eternity. How come you two are letting this end now? Just please get up and come help us get out of here, quick!
Yes, Under, I know that you're right. The days back then were so great and I miss them all as well. But it's only through the realization of death that we have this gratitude towards life right now. Have you heard about the concept of being toward death by Martin Heidegger? He talks about that how death is not the opposite of life, but rather an eternal aspect of our being. Only because we can no longer enjoy the beauty of sunsets, the smell of flowers, and the taste of chocolate after death, will we find these sensations in life more valuable to us. It is also because death has limited our time in life that we will prioritize what truly matters to us, live life to the full set, and extract the utmost meaning and joy from our experiences. In other words, to live in the moment. For example, if a patient is suffering from cancer, his life would be a ticking bomb and will shift his focus towards more meaningful aspects of life, such as personal fulfillment, relationship, and societal contributions, rather than only material possessions. Death pressures us to strive to align our actions with our deepest value. Otherwise, we may end up with regrets. This concept emphasizes the importance of living consciously and intentionally, making the most of our time and fostering a deeper connection with ourselves as well as with the others.
Yes, Daniel, that's exactly what I'm thinking. Not only so, let's emphasize the good things in life. Think about authenticity. If we all live forever, we are eventually going to try everything in life and do the things everyone did. And how does that make our life unique? How about love? And what about virtue? If we live forever, there's not much we can sacrifice that we won't eventually get back in the millions of years ahead of us. Doesn't that limit the greatness of love and the honor of being virtuous? Sure, it may be better if we can stop evil Abby while being alive. But just think about it. Now that we die for stopping evil Abby, Doesn't it make us more virtuous and brave than if we didn't die?
Well, it is an honor that we could die for our country. But think about the millions of innocent people that are going to die if we don't stop Evil Abbey. Millions were killed in World War I and World War II. These tragedies caused sadness across decades and could never be washed away. Allowing Evil Abbey to nuke the laboratory is just provoking World War III. All these deaths caused by her certainly won't be good.
Actually, no. What is bad isn't death, but tragedy instead. We should know that immortality does not guarantee peace or invincibility. Even without death, there could be accidents that bring irreversible damage, sickness, and deterioration that come with old age. There could also be torture and suffering as long as there is evil. No matter Hitler we all faced 100 years ago, or the Evil Abbey that we are facing right now, they all use sadness, sorrow in this world whether people die or not. I strongly believe that involvement is not causation. Instead of solely blaming death for bringing suffering, it is the suffering from such accidents or sickness or those evil people that result in sadness and death, not the other way round.
Exactly. To think about it, death only derives us from the endless suffering we face. We won't suddenly die being healthy, but only die when our body can't handle the pain anymore. Whether it is from a car accident, a shot from a bullet, or the severe sickness we encounter. We all feel tragic about the death after the atomic bomb dropped over Japan. But imagine how much suffering the Japanese would feel if they didn't die from the accident. Now that Evil Abbey is about to nuke this laboratory, is it beneficial that every scientist here survives it? Also, think twice before taking that immortality potion. When this bomb explodes, do you still want to live with all your limbs burnt and broken? Even if you survive this accident with all your limbs intact, who can guarantee your safety in the millions of immortal years ahead? Death serves as a source of relief, allowing us to escape from the immense suffering we face near the last moments of our lives.
Of course I don't want to live with my lips gone. Come on guys, we still have 2 minutes left on the timer. We can still make it, we can still avoid this tragedy. Just get out and help. It's not a good time to be philosophical.
And I think these 2 minutes would be more valuable if we use this 2 minutes to understand what death is really about. We should not merely view the non-existence brought by death as something intrinsically bad, nor should we hope for immortality, as it yields more harm than death, such as declining our passion and lowering our motive for living. Death also indirectly affects our attitude towards life and even amplifies the good things in life, by instilling a sense of urgency in us and motivating us to live the moment and cherish the good things in our life. It encourages us to prioritize what truly matters to us, align our action with our deepest value, and live with purpose and intent. Lastly, death shouldn't be seen as a causation of suffering, but rather an end of it. It is only through death that we can escape from feeling the pain that our bodies can't handle. Rather than obsessing over the badness of death, it is actually more important to acknowledge the complexity of death and consider the potential for growth, meaning, and transformation that can emerge from our encounters with it.
Come on!
Oh, also under. The door needs to be pulled open, so constantly pushing the door is useless.
Wait, what?